Nobody's born racist, but after teaching in Korea, I started wondering how these discriminatory thoughts build up in kids' minds. And if you're taught here in Korea, you know that sometimes the kids will say really fucked up things about even just other Asian countries, and nobody will tell them it's wrong. And Korea in general does not do a good job of teaching how to talk about or deal with other POC here. So this is my Korean American student in Guam. I was tutoring her, and here's the thing, even though they're living in America, my kids are only associating with other Korean people. Their parents speak Korean at home. They speak Korean in school with their Korean friends, so they're not really using English or mixing with other locals, which is why I'm there. The only reason they hire me is because I'm passable, because they can speak to me in Korean, and because my partner's Korean. I'll just say their parents only want them, by the way, hanging out with people that look a certain way. I'll just leave it at that. So even though they live in America, they don't know about other people and other cultures. Since I'm their only window into other cultures, I like to promote learning about other people. So my kid did a project on the Philippines and colonization and history, but she's already embarrassed about her English in general. I don't want her to go up there and someone asks a question and she's confused because she doesn't actually know what she's talking about. She's just reciting the words off the page. So I start explaining things to her, and the conversation goes deeper. We start talking about colonization in Guam, Japan. We get to current events because they don't know the current events going on. They know more about Korean current events than they do American current events. Guam has a lot of tension with the military over there. My kid has no idea that Russia is in war right now, so I start explaining that to her. We talk about China, and she's like shook after this conversation, which is great. I want her to learn more about other people and current events we should know. But then she's like, oh my god, there's a Chinese girl in our friend group. And I'm like, so? She's like, well, I don't know if I can hang out with her anymore. We're supposed to go golfing this weekend, but after learning all this stuff about China and everything, Taiwan, there might be a war. Like, I can never look at her the same again. I'm like, girl, this is a country. She's one person. You can't judge one person off of this country. She's sad, but she's the only Chinese person I know, and I just can't think of her and talk to her the same way after knowing what I know about China and Chinese people. So we discussed this because I'm like, what do you know about Chinese people? She said, I know what you just told me, the story. I was like, wow, okay, that's how this happens. They don't have interactions with many other people. So when my kids hear something, they associate that one thing with the entire group, and now she wants to go share all this information with all her other Korean friends so they know about this Chinese friend. Then she said I was already worried about her because Chinese people started COVID. So it's just really interesting to see how these ideas start if people don't have conversations.